Morning everybody, welcome to part 1 of 52, week 1 of 52. It's New Year's Day, it's the New Year's Day 10k. My water bottle has leaked in my bag, which isn't great, but we were off to the start. I weighed myself this morning, 78.6 kg, which isn't actually as bad as I thought it might be. I was sure I'd hit 80. I was sure I'd eaten enough over Christmas to hit 80. Anyway, 78.6, feeling good. Just got to go and pick up our race number and then get ready to go. New Year's Day 10k, exciting year ahead, exciting times ahead. Look, even my Garmin is telling me it's New Year's Day. You see that? Lovely. All done, 10k finished, 43.38 I think. Sun's bright, let me move this around. 43.38, bang on 7-minute miling. Tough wind today. First mile about 6.53, second mile about 7.25 because it was uphill into a horrible headwind for the whole mile. And then a couple of 6.51s. Finished fairly strong, so it was kind of downhill with a tailwind towards the end to make up for the headwind at the start, but it was tough. Max heart rate 189, 190 pretty much the whole way. Just tough it out. So target was 6.55 miling. I think overall at the end I finished bang on 7-minute miling, so not disastrously far off the target, but a fabulous time to aim for next year. I think I'm going to try and knock 2 minutes off that, I think, this time next year. That's the plan. I don't think I've ever gone under 42 here, so I'm not a million miles away. I think my PB pace for this race is 6.53, so not too far off, not too shabby. But the biggest win so far is that I'm not going to head off to McDonald's, which is what I normally do after a race. I normally go straight to McDonald's and pig out. Instead, I've got a Costa white Americano and a protein drink. Where is it? And just got a protein shake. So that'll do me till I get home. It's only a 10k. I don't really need 3,000 calories whacking back in with a McDonald's, so I'm going to be sensible. And hopefully when I get home, a little recovery run. And yeah, job done. First day complete. Good morning, it's the next day after the 10k. It's very different weather-wise today. It's grey, it's raining. There's another storm on its way tonight. But just a quick next day catch-up really. Legs feel fine after the 10k. That's the beauty of racing a 5k or a 10k, is that if training's been going well, then the next day you're all good to go. So today I've got on the list a 80-minute, just an easy low heart rate run to do, about 150, 155 BPM average. Yesterday in the 10k my max heart rate hit 193 as I crossed the finish line, so 150, 155 today, more than manageable. The only problem is, look at the weather, it's hideous, it's chucking it down. So lunchtime I'm off up to Crew Fitness to do a CrossFit class. I've put myself in for a CrossFit class today. I want to try and do these as often as I can. On Fridays we do a running club specific strength training class at our local gym, so I go and do that on a Friday. So ideally I want to fit in another one, maybe even 2 CrossFit classes each week, just to help with the overall strength, try out some new moves. I can have a look on the app to see what the class entails, and today is some chest to bar pull-ups, some squats, all sorts of stuff, which is going to be very helpful for this journey. So I've got a CrossFit class that I'm heading off to now. Just to update you on a little bit on yesterday, I was very pleased with how the 10k went overall. Yes, I might have been 5 seconds a mile slower than I hoped, but when you're running into 25 mile/hour winds for half of the 10k, you have to take that on the chin and how it affects your race. So overall I am happy. Equally happy that after the 10k I stopped at the co-op and grabbed a protein shake and a coffee rather than McDonald's, as I mentioned, I think. And then because it was New Year's Day and I knew in the evening we were having a New Year's Day Sunday roast, I limited my roast potatoes to only 3 although we did have pudding afterwards, and that was a bread and butter style pudding we made up with a Christmas panettone, which used up the last of the Christmas treats, so I didn't mind having a big slab of that, having raced. And I think when you do a race, you have to reward yourself to a certain extent. For me, it's a case of how much I reward myself, because I go too far over the top. So I'm also aware that this journey, you know, this is day 2 of a 365-day plan, and I can't do everything in one day. I don't want to try and lose 5 kilograms in the first week, because I know that's not sustainable. So this is a gradual process throughout the year of making sensible choices and adjusting some of the choices I have been making. So I have in the past often used Kerry Holland for food plans, so I know roughly what I should be eating, what I need, how much I need, and it's just getting back into those good habits when it's a case of doing it without the accountability. When you're working with a nutrition coach or a fitness coach or whatever, you've got that accountability which keeps you on track, and it's trying to do it when that accountability isn't there. So I've dug out my old weekly food plans, and I'm just bringing myself back in line with those plans, really. So today I've had my standard breakfast, which is a 50 grams of porridge oats, about 10-15 grams of protein powder, some chia seeds and some frozen cherries, mixed up with some milk in the microwave for a couple of minutes, and it's a super quick and easy healthy breakfast. And I have that 6 days out of 7 every week. It's only if it's Christmas Day breakfast or we go, no, I mean, if I'm going away for a race, I'll have the same, but I'll do it as overnight oats. So I have that easily 6 out of 7 days anyway, so that just sets me off on the right foot. And then lunchtime is generally a seeded bagel with some hummus. Today I've got the seeded bagels, I've got the hummus, I've got some turkey pieces if I want to add to it, or as an alternative to the hummus. And then all I'm going to do on my way back from CrossFit is buy a big old garden salad from the supermarket. Just, you know, lettuce, peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, red cabbage, that sort of stuff. You can buy it from the supermarket for about £1 or £1.50, and I'll buy one of those to have with my bagel. I had a mid-morning snack today, which was an apple. Again, that was in line with what Kerry used to let me have on the food plans. So the main challenge for me, which I stuck to last night, is not eating half a packet of biscuits in the evening whilst watching rubbish on telly. So yesterday, day 1, no snacks in the evening. Didn't do it. Pleased with myself about that. And it's just a case of day by day just getting myself back in line with what I should be doing. So today, CrossFit, which I'm looking forward to. Then we've got 50 to 60 mile an hour winds predicted throughout the afternoon, so running club is very, very likely to be cancelled, and I might actually, depending how I feel after CrossFit, I might actually go over to the gym and do my 80-minute run on the treadmill. Coach advised me that ideally something like trails or off-road would be good. I'm not doing trails or off-road in this weather. I've just been to the doctor's this morning actually, just to see, as a follow-up to my chest infection, and I'm still a little bit rattly. I was yesterday. He said it's just upper nasal catarrh, as a bit gross, not sure you really want to know this, but it's just upper nasal catarrh that's just hanging about. Might be hanging around for another week or 2 post chest infection, and to just stay hydrated, keep taking paracetamol, and eventually it will clear up. So I don't think it would help me to go out for running 80 minutes on the trails in this horrible, horrible rainy weather. So I may just take my headphones and my phone and go to the gym and do it in the comfort and warmth of Bungay Gym. That is a not so quick update for today, but hope you're all good. And then we did strict press, sort of increasing weight in blocks of 3 sets of 5 reps at 70%, then increasing over 3 rounds up to one set of 80%. And I started off I used a blue bar, which is 20 kg, started off 2.5, little tiddler 2.5 weights on each end, but I moved up through the sets to 20 kg bar with 7.5 kg on each end. What's that, 45 kg at the end. And then we did a little 12-minute routine where you were doing 20 wall balls, 10 pull-ups, and then 5, what are they called, squat something, can't remember. And again, I did use blue bar for those, 2.5 kg weight, little tiny tiddler weights, but I don't care. Everyone else in the class is about half my age, so I'm really not bothered by the size of the weight plates I use. But really good sessions, worked the legs, worked the arms, worked the core, got a bit of a sweat on, got the heart rate up. Great session. Okay, so after yesterday's CrossFit in the afternoon, I had an hour and 20-minute easy run to do. I kind of thought about doing it all afternoon. Eventually I did get out at about 4 o'clock, I think. I got out about 4 o'clock. We got Hurricane, what was it called, Henk here last night. So it was 55 mile an hour winds. So I decided the best thing to do was do a point-to-point run. So I ran with a tailwind, hour and 20 minutes, trying to keep it super easy, trying to keep the pace down, trying to keep the heart rate down. The aim was about 150, 155. I think I averaged 160 by the end of it, which isn't as slow as it should be, but my legs were pretty tired. Just ran 8.5 miles straight along towards Bungay with the tailwind, where my son picked me up, was tracking me on my iPhone. I told him to leave the house after an hour and 10 minutes, and he picked me up an hour and 20 minutes later. So today is just an hour and a half bike ride. Again, legs are pretty mashed, but today it's just a bike ride, tomorrow just a swim. Last night after the bike ride, I just had a couple of cups of tea, didn't have any snacks, didn't have any biscuits, which I would normally do, so that's another win. Had lunch, and now it's the afternoon, it's time for this bike ride. Okay, so the plan for today is about 45 minutes each way, with a coffee stop somewhere in the middle. Just a coffee, no cinnamon bun, as I have been doing for the past few months. It's only a 90-minute ride, so it doesn't really warrant anything extra. I'm really just trying to be mindful about everything I eat. I'm not going 110% full-blown must lose weight in 1 month. I'm just trying to make sensible choices. So I had my regular protein frozen cherry porridge for breakfast today. I had a mid-morning snack of a pear and a satsuma, and then I had, because I'm doing a bike ride, I had 2 of these Warburton's seeded thin bagels with hummus and a bit of turkey, not leftover turkey, that's gone a long time ago, just a bit of thin sliced turkey and a couple of pickled onions. They were left over from Christmas, but I'm just trying to make sensible choices in line with what Kerry Holland used to tell me to eat. A little bit of adaptation, but generally things like not eating after dinner, which is whatever, 7 p.m, to not eating after dinner. I don't need to be eating after that time. I've got like a nighttime protein recovery drink, which I don't have every day, but I'm trying to have it more often, and if I have that, then I think I've done good, as opposed to having biscuits where I've done bad. So it's just little choices like that I'm trying to make. Yes, I'm feeling a lot more hungry than I normally would, but I know from what Kerry's taught me that I've had enough calories, and yes, you might feel a bit hungry, but if you feel full, you're probably overeaten. So just being a bit more mindful about what I'm putting in. Whew, it's nice to be out on the bikes. I reckon there's going to be some big floods today after Hurricane Henk yesterday and all the water we had, so let's see how we go. Yeah, I thought there might be some decent floods about. See over there, that field with the swans on it? That sort of tells you a story. And this side, yeah, you can't fit much more water in that river. Wow, look at that. Yeah, and that's normally a car park access, and the river's normally about 4 foot wide down there. Wow! Here's the bridge that should have the river going under it. Look at that! That's crazy full. Thought it might be flooded there. 12.5 miles and 50 minutes to the coffee shop. I went to Halesworth in the end, sort of made it up on the way. Realised I've got no headlights, so it was a very quick oat latte, no cake, and I'm on my way home. It's actually 12.51, but I'm going to try and stop my Garmin on exactly 25 miles when I get home. OCD, rubbish. Do you do that? I'm sure everyone does. Almost home, got another just over a mile to go. Had a bit of rain, had a little bit of sun, even got a tiny bit of sunset peeking through. It's beautifully cold, it's lovely, crisp, chill, fairly still afternoon really. I thought I was going to struggle back into a headwind, but I think I got back quicker than I went out. Whew. So 23.7 miles, hour and 34 minutes. And what we've got next tomorrow is just a swim, and then I think, no, I don't know, I'll check back tomorrow. Tomorrow is a swim, and I'm not sure what's after that. This weekend I'm up to Sheffield. My wife and her friends are running a trail run, and I'm going to do a bit of a bike ride around the Peak District, which I'm looking forward to. Only about 25 miles, but hopefully the weather will be good and that'll be a nice ride. Anyway, almost home, can't feel my fingers on my toes. See you in a bit. So that's breakfast ready. Today I'm heading over to Great Yarmouth to run with a friend in about an hour and a half's time. We're just going to do an easy run along the beach, have a bit of a chat, have a bit of a catch up, and a coffee hopefully afterwards. The weather's horrible, so it's going to be a bit wet and windy, but hopefully it'll be nice and warm when we have a coffee afterwards. Tomorrow the rest of the day I've got a run to do first, and a strength training session this afternoon. And then tomorrow we're driving up to Sheffield, where my wife is doing the round Sheffield relay with some friends. And I'm going to do a bike ride out from Sheffield out to Stanage Edge. Not ridden around there before, so I'm looking forward to that. I've got a route planned for that. And then Sunday I've just got an hour's run to do. So that's the next few days of this week's plan. So this morning's run all done. It was an hour easy with some strides at the end. I went over to Yarmouth. I ran with a friend of mine, Stony Runs on Instagram. It wasn't quite as easy as I hoped. It was a bit more of a steadier run, 8-minute miling rather than planned sort of 9-minute miling, but felt nice. It was nice to be chatting to someone, nice to be running with somebody else. So in that aspect it was good, and we did a few little 20-second sprints at the end, which were about 5-10 miling, so they felt really good. That's Friday's run done. I've just got a strength session to do later. I'm not going to be able to swim today, so I've got a strength session to do later, and then tomorrow is bike ride. So I'm probably going to end this week here, upload this video, and then start a new one with tomorrow's bike ride up near Sheffield along Stanage Edge. And so I've just nipped out to Co-op to get a few bits and pieces, porridge, oats, tea bags, essentials, you know, and I picked up a bargain My Protein carb crusher. Only £1.42. I'd normally have Fulfill bars that Kerry always told me to have, always put on my meal plan for me. Really nice protein rich chocolatey kind of bars that were part of my meal plans. I really enjoyed them, and run was harder today than I expected, so I thought, you know what, I deserve a My Protein bar as it's on offer. They're always less calories if they're on offer, aren't they? So anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know how you're getting on, how your training's going. That's week 1 of 52 done. Take care. I will see you next week. See ya. Bye.